Many marriages do not end because of lack of love. They end because of money problems. Research shows that money issues are one of the leading causes of divorce in many parts of the world. Surveys show that more than 50% of divorced couples say financial problems played a major role in the breakdown of their marriage. But what if a simple piece of financial advice could save a marriage that is slowly breaking apart? This is the story of Mr. Cato and how his grandfather's wisdom saved his marriage. In this video, you will learn why money problems destroy many relationships, how poor financial planning creates conflict in marriages, and how simple financial discipline can protect both your finances and your relationship. You will also learn practical steps that couples can take to prevent financial stress from destroying their homes. Let us begin. Mr. Cato was happily married to his wife Sarah. When they first got married, life felt simple and exciting. They were young, hopeful, and full of dreams. Like many couples, they believed that love alone would carry them through any challenge. But after a few years of marriage, things started to change. Expenses increased. Bills became more frequent. Unexpected costs started appearing. At first, the problems were small. Sarah sometimes complained that Mr. Cato spent too much money on things that were not necessary. Mr. Cato sometimes complained that Sarah bought items they did not truly need. The disagreements started as simple conversations, but slowly those conversations turned into arguments. Every month their salaries arrived, but before the month ended, the money was gone. They had no clear budget. They had no financial plan. They had no savings for emergencies. Whenever an unexpected expense came, stress followed immediately. Research shows that about 35% of couples say money is the biggest source of stress in their relationship. Mr. Cato and Sarah were becoming part of that statistic. One evening, the argument became more serious than usual. Sarah said something that shocked Mr. Cato. She said, "Sometimes I feel like money is controlling our marriage." Those words stayed in Mr. Cato's mind the entire night. He realized that the problem was not only about money, the problem was about how money was affecting their relationship. That night he remembered something his grandfather once told him many years earlier. His grandfather was not a wealthy man, but he was known for his wisdom. His marriage lasted more than 50 years. One day when Mr. Cato was younger, his grandfather gave him a simple piece of advice. At that time, Mr. Cato did not understand its importance. But now the meaning became clear. His grandfather had said, "A marriage is not only built on love, it is also built on financial understanding." The next day, Mr. Cato decided to visit his grandfather. He explained everything that was happening in his marriage. The arguments, the stress, the disappearing money, the tension between him and Sarah. The old man listened quietly. Then he gave Mr. Cato 4 pieces of financial advice that would later save his marriage. Lesson 1. Couples must talk about money. The first advice was about communication. The grandfather told Mr. Cato that many couples avoid discussing money. They hide spending habits. They avoid talking about debts. They keep financial worries to themselves. But silence about money creates misunderstanding and distrust. Financial experts say that couples who communicate openly about money are more likely to have stable relationships. The grandfather told Mr. Cato that he must start having honest financial discussions with Sarah. Lesson 2, money must have a plan. The second advice was about budgeting. The grandfather explained that money without a plan disappears quickly. He told Mr. Cato that every household needs a clear financial structure. This includes tracking income, expenses, and savings. Studies show that households that follow a monthly budget are significantly more likely to build savings and reduce financial stress. Without a budget, couples often blame each other for financial problems. But with a clear financial plan, both partners understand where the money's going. Lesson 3, couples need shared financial goals. The third advice was about teamwork. The grandfather said something very important. He said that couples without shared financial goals often argue about spending, but couples with shared financial goals work together toward the same future. These goals can include saving money, paying off debt, investing, or planning major purchases. When couples focus on shared goals, they stop seeing each other as the problem. Instead, they start seeing financial challenges as a problem they must solve together. Lesson 4. Debt creates pressure in a marriage. The final advice was about debt. The grandfather warned Mr. Cato that uncontrolled debt is one of the fastest ways to destroy peace in a home. Research shows that many couples report higher stress levels when they are dealing with large amounts of debt. Debt creates pressure, pressure creates stress, stress leads to arguments, and repeated arguments slowly damage relationships. The grandfather advised Mr. Cato to create a plan to reduce unnecessary debt. Applying the advice. After the conversation with his grandfather, Mr. Cato returned home with a different mindset. That evening, he spoke calmly with Sarah. For the first time, they had an honest discussion about their finances. They talked about their income. They talked about their expenses. They talked about their debts. They talked about their financial goals. At first, the conversation was uncomfortable, but slowly something changed. Instead of blaming each other, they began understanding each other. Together, they created a monthly budget. They reduced unnecessary spending. They created a small emergency savings plan. They also created a goal to gradually pay off their debts. Over the next few months, their financial situation slowly improved. But something more important also improved. Their relationship became stronger. The arguments about money reduced. Stress in the house reduced. For the first time, they felt like a financial team. Mr. Cato realized that the advice from his grandfather did not suddenly increase their income, but it changed how they managed their money, and that change protected their marriage. What you should learn from this money problems are rarely only about money. They are often about communication, planning, and financial discipline. When couples fail to manage money wisely, the stress can slowly damage the relationship. But when couples treat money as a shared responsibility, it can strengthen the partnership. Financial wisdom protects not only your bank account, but also your relationships. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial, legal, or professional advice. Financial decisions should always be made carefully based on individual circumstances and, when necessary, with guidance from qualified professionals. Reflection. Now take a moment to reflect. What have you learned from Mr. Cato's story? Have financial disagreements ever caused tension in your relationship? Do you and your partner have clear financial goals? Do you have a budget that guides how your money's used? Sometimes the difference between a peaceful marriage and a stressful one is simply financial understanding. Here is a simple task you can start today. Sit down with your partner and write down 3 things: your monthly income, your monthly expenses, your financial goals for the next year. This simple exercise can start the process of building financial clarity in your home. If you found this lesson valuable, subscribe to Finance in Practice, where we turn financial knowledge into practical life lessons. Because in real life, money is not only about numbers, it is about decisions. And the right decisions can change your future.